Hello! Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me. It's been a week since we did more Momodora. So let's just get straight stuck into it, shall we? How's everyone doing this evening? I hope you've had a nice week. Oh, take my thing off screen. This was me. I might actually just delete the other two, to be honest, just so I don't get confused. There we go. Okay. So last time we just finished beating up Sister Frida, and that gave us the crest fragment, which allows us to charge arrows faster. Oh, that is very fast. Is there... We can't go anywhere from here. So I think we just have to go and... We just have to warp somewhere else. Okay, we can't do that. Maybe we still need a thing to warp. Oh, we have to hop over that. So we need to head out of the crypt. So this sort of direction? Yeah. Keep getting confused about... Hang on, what's... There's stuff down there. We'll be quite far out of the way. We'll just get out of the sewers for now. Because if I remember rightly, we still have the monastery to go and explore. Which gives us some... some avenues. So we head up and then along to the right. Oh. I felt a little rumble and heard the noise of a secret bug. So where could it be? Oh, hang on. Ah. Do you see there? There's an almost invisible platform. Looks like it's suddenly become more visible. Nope. Yeah, it looks like it's like fading and unfading. So, what do we do with this information? Oh, it is there. Bug. Hooray. It is very satisfying that most enemies can be defeated with a single 3-hit combo. That is... It feels good, you know? The attacks have the appropriate level of punch to them. So I think we just have to go through here. Forlorn Monastery. Yeah, let's save while we're here. Yeah, we went down, but we haven't done any of the... Oops. Can't get through there. And there's nothing there anyway. Okay. These guys look spooky. Okay, they are. Very spooky. Ah, they've cursed me. Okay. Cursing means I can't use my items. Okay. Well, we've learned something. Ooh, okay. Explosive barrels. Oh, hello again. We just keep running into each other, don't we? We've already got that. Right. Let's keep going to the right. As we've sort of got momentum in that direction. Hello. You must be the cat lady we heard about. If it isn't an unfamiliar face to this monastery. A devout from Loon. I see. You can call me Cotillard, or Cotillard, or Cotillard. Oh? You've met with Paramol. Such innocence. So, you were concerned about your homeland. Indeed, the darkness assaulting your people hails from here. Our queen has become possessed by a malevolent greed. She's the one responsible for many casualties, not only here, but in other lands too. Perhaps you should head to the castle. Just don't expect kindness from those who live there. You'll have to find the way on your own. Here, this should help you a bit. Monastery key. Be careful. It's been only a year since all of this started, but most of our population is completely degenerated. Does she have anything else to say? This area had been declared forbidden by the nobility, so it's refreshing to see an outsider. Perhaps you should head to the castle. Yeah, okay. She's just going to keep saying the same stuff. Okay, and there's nothing further on this way, so let's keep heading. Presumably we would have got to a point where we ran into a wall and couldn't go any further without the monastery key, so good thing that we did get it. Question mark, question mark, question mark? Huh. Okay. So if you look on the map, there's not actually a door on that side on the mini-map here. Oh, spooky skulls coming down from the ceiling. It's alright. Doesn't look like they have very much health. Let's take all these while we're here. Okay, so that's that. Right, so we need to head sort of back the way we came and then up-ish, looks like. We have 2 of the 4 crest fragments that we need. We've been down, but actually, can we now? No, that one's still locked. Alright, I guess this is the way. Oh, we've got a lift. I was expecting that to be longer than that. Oh, hey, Burrick. Thanks for joining me. Your internet's not doing so well, is that right? So I guess that's got in the way of your plans for what were you going to be streaming tonight? Song of Horror or something else? Well, I'm glad you could join me, even if it is under less than ideal circumstances. Just going to use another one of these. Oops. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Wait. Nope. Oh, okay, cool. Just walking through them is enough to curse you. Oh, it's a shame. Shame you weren't able to do it. But yeah, you're always welcome here. The Queen destroyed this kingdom's faith. This convent, our abode, is all that's left for those who pray. Maiden White, you are not one of us. Perhaps you are siding with the Queen. Look at what she's done to this kingdom. It is my duty to expurge that evil. Oh, hello, Fennel Padira. Thank you for the follow. Well, it's, what a coincidence. Or maybe you're here because of the game, but we're fighting Pardoner Fennel right now. Okay, cool, she can curse me. I'm waiting for the curse to wear off so I can... Okay, never mind. Okay, retry. Okay, let's... we don't have any other active items. What's that? Astral Charm. Fairy Tear. Raises resistance to status elements. That sounds useful. Yeah, let's equip the Fairy Tear. We'll keep the Ring of Candor, though. And we'll... Can we skip over this? Yeah, we can. Nope, not that one. Oh, thank you for the resubscription. 5 months. Good lord, it's been a while, hasn't it? Thank you very much for sticking with me all this time, Barik. Okay. Okay, cool. We're getting the hang of it, I think. Ignore that guy. Oh, and we've got Jake here as well. Thank you for joining me, Jake, and thank you for the 5 months of Prime subscription. Very generous of you both. So that area of curse lingers after she... Okay, you can't hurt her while she's doing that animation. So what it looks like is she now has a 3-hit combo, but actually she only does it if she doesn't connect with the... if she connects with 1 hit, she ends the combo. So she never hits you with all of them. Oh no, never mind. I don't think this is going to be the one. Oh no, okay. Well, there we are. Why, my lord? I'm just here for your crest fragment, I'm afraid. A new bow charge level. Yep. Cool. So we now have a rapid fire attack. Ah! Alright. Save that. Just completely ignore that guy. I want to go down here. What's down here? Down here is an ivory bug. And a place where we can't go through. Lovely. Wait. No. There's no switch down there either. So... well, I suppose Curse isn't actually that bothersome. If we don't need to use our items urgently, you know? So I think, yeah, we just go left up here. Ignore that guy. Okay, I think down there is probably death, so we're not going to test it. Although, that being said, we did save pretty recently. Nope, nothing up here. Oh, there is a guy up here. It's not something we want though. Oh, hello. You don't look friendly. I mean, maybe you are, but you certainly don't look friendly. Oh, dropped a lot of money. Let's go and pick those up before we inspect whatever this is. Tainted missive. Okay, what's this? Oh, it's not a thing. It's a temporarily increases attack by 100% at the cost of HP. Okay. I wonder if they stack. That sounds very useful. Wait, can we... No! You can't put a spiral staircase in your game that the player can't use. Well, I suppose how you would use a spiral staircase in a side-scrolling game is... Can we do anything else with the spell? No. Feels like it must be more significant than just giving us a little bit of money. Right? I mean, it's a nice touch, admittedly. So we've got a few places left to explore. Oh, hello, Nikki. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the 4 months of Tier 1 subscription. Very glad to have you here. Maybe it was just to get this item. Because we've already fought the boss of this area. Oops. Okay, cool. So melee attacks can blow up the explosive barrels as well. Right, if we head down, when we get to a point where we can head down... Which I think is this room? Yeah, down here. Zoop. One of these areas is the castle, which we can't enter until we have all 4 crest fragments, of which we have 3. Oh, excuse me. Right, Karst City. Well, I mean, there is this area down here where there's these sort of I don't know if I want to go and try that though, because that's a long way down. Oh, it's I think this is just the lift actually. Yeah, this is this. We can get through here, which... Wait. Yeah. Okay, let's go and see if we can find something down at the bottom here. Because we've not fought a boss of the garden. We fought a boss of the catacombs, which was the heretical arsonist or something. We fought 2 bosses so far. Oh yeah, there's just a ladder here that I forgot about. Why did I not bother with this? Well, apparently there's a crystal bug, or what are they called? Ivory bug in this room somewhere. There it is. Okay, cool. So we found our way forward. We found our way. Okay, cool. Hello. That's a very friendly greeting. Oh, sorry. What's this? Bellflower. Oh, okay. We've upgraded our Estus. Oops. That could have gone badly. We can go down further. Let's carry on to the left. Oh, hey, it's these guys. Remember these guys from Momodora 3? Oh, I don't think I can actually climb up here. It must be, yeah. It must be like that's an alternate way down. Oh, hello again. Dull Pearl. What is this? Grants poison property. Well, I only actually need 2 more stars. Which I think would just mean like one of these guys, right? Yeah, plenty. There we go. Right, let's do that. Okay. Save. This looks like a boss arena. Oh, hello, it's you again. And you've got some new moves. By which I mean you've got the same moves, but you do them multiple times. Let's see if the missive speeds this up. Looks like it is. I was worried it was going to be one of those things where it gradually depletes your health over time, but it looks like it's just like a single, a one-time cost that you pay. Okay, cool. Right, so don't roll off the edge. That's a bad idea. Okay. Right, let's start off. Okay. So she just decides she doesn't want to play nice this time. There we go. Okay, so these things come in 2 waves. There's 1, there's 2. And then... Oh, she's shrinking the arena. That's a new trick. Let's try spinning. That's a good trick. Okay, retry. I think I'm going to start off with this one. This lower power one. It just increases my attack power by 50% rather than 100%. But it's less risky. Oh, okay, never mind. Oh. That almost went very badly for me. I think we've got it. I think we've got it. There we go. No. No. No, no. No, 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 no. Yeah, sorry. Oh, okay, cool. She's one of those bosses that just has an insta-kill move if you don't get out of there. Oh? Or maybe she doesn't. What is this? Cat? I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, 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 and I dance, dance. Well, this is a development. I guess now we know how we get through those, yeah, it was a scripted death. I mean, there are some bosses in some games where, if you don't, get out of the way, they do explode. Ivory bug. Okay, so I guess now we know how we get through all of these little crooks and nannies. Well, this is kind of an adorable scripted death, gonna be honest. Meow. Okay. Yeah, so we could avoid that guy if we want to. It's down here. Oh, another one of you. And... Oh! Ow. Oh, who are you? Hello? Hello? I don't want to hit him. I don't want to hit him in case... Maybe he won't talk to me. Maybe I have to find a way to turn back into a human and then it'll talk to me. Just make a mental note of this area. Okay? Oh, what's this? Cat sphere. Okay. Does that just let me transform at will? Ah, yeah, okay. Cat sphere. Boink. Right. Well, that was easy enough. I thought we'd be in cat form for a longer part of the game. Hello. Hello. Speak to me. Maybe he is an enemy. Like, I don't want to hit him if I don't have to, but like he's not talking, you know? Ah, my cake. Oh, he wants cake. Ugh, no horn go. Okay, so we need to find some cake for him or something. Okay, where can we go now? If we continue over to the right. Excuse me, friend. I was in the middle of saying something. Yeah, we've not been down here before, I don't think. But I don't know if this place just leads to the same place. Yeah, this is the same route down. I need to heal up. Okay. Yeah, okay. So if we just continue along and down to where we fought the boss, there should now be something we're able to do. Especially now that we've got the cat sphere. Speaking of which, this looks suspicious, doesn't it? Nope. I guess the ring would alert me if there's something suspicious. Okay. Okay, cool. It looks like there isn't anything over there. Right, well, let's head back up, because we now have a method of exploring some places that were previously gated off to us. So we'll just climb our way back up. Let's just head back up to Cast City. I think I remember seeing some areas in Cast City which had little... Let's start off with like the cat monastery, because we know that she likes cats. Oh, actually, oh no. Now, I was hoping that different NPCs would talk to you while you were a cat. But, yeah, you just turn back. Oh, hello again. Under the sacred protection of our Lord, let us pray for the souls of those departed and for those wasted by the dark. Please, my Lord, have mercy on the soul of my poor sister, so she can rest in peace. Aww. No, this isn't this. We don't have the key for this yet. We do have... If we head up, it looks like there is a I forget exactly what it is, but there is... It was like down here, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. Oh, it's soft tissue. What is this? Creates an artificial healing zone. Okay. Enchanted fabric used by Esalen nuns in their liturgies. That's interesting. Doop. This is where we fought the pardoner. Yep. Sorry about all that. Okay. Okay, cool. It's one of those games where just touching the... we would have to go back. No, we wouldn't. Yes, we would. Cannot be bothered. It was just it was a healing tissue, wasn't it? I mean, that sounds useful, but at the same time, I don't know if I'm actually going to need it. We'll leave it for now. I think the game does have a... Whenever you go to a save point, the game does have a warp option, so presumably there is going to be a way of warping between bonfire bells. Like once you get the Lord Vessel. Now this, that's cat-sized, but that looks like one of those one-way platforms. So we can probably come out this way but not go in it. Which is a bit annoying, but presumably there is a puzzle around it. If we head... Wait, if we head this way and up... yeah, I swear I'm spending most of this stream looking at my map. Yeah, if we just head left and like keep sort of trend in an upwards and up left direction, I think that's probably the way to go. Oh no, actually that would be the castle, I'm pretty sure, which we can't enter. Yeah, we need all 4 pieces of the crest for that. So let's head right and down. And we haven't gone this way apparently. Oh yes, because there's nothing here. I did go this way and then I tried jumping into the water and it resulted in death. So that's great. Yeah, we don't have the... Presumably it's like the 4th crest piece that lets you warp. Alright, so we're back here. Where else can we go? Where else can we go? There's a route up here and sort of upish and downish. Up, right and down. That we haven't tried out. So let's try that way. Yeah, on this screen at the far end. Oh no, because that's the That's the place that's currently gated off to us. Okay. Maybe we head back to the forest? That would be some pretty major backtracking, wouldn't it? But it looks like we've explored pretty much everywhere in Cast City. Yeah, let's head back to the forest, because there's a thing here, there's a thing here, there's a thing here, and any or all of those might be cat things. So let's just keep heading left until we get to the forest. Yeah, it is up this way. Oh, excuse me. Do you have anything we can buy at this stage? Or have we got everything that you... Yeah, we've got everything that you sold. Right. Oh, hello. I'm glad you're still alive. I guess I didn't introduce myself last time. My name is Eri. It's nice to meet you. So, you came here from the west? Anywhere would be safer than here. This city is... Our people have become shapeless, aimless ghosts. We were left here to die, don't you think? No. Ah, thank you. Your words give me hope. I'm retreating to the bordering forest. That area is protected from the Queen's curse. Well, I'm doing the same, so I guess I'll see you there. There's the centipede. Hello again. Ah, how's it going? I see. You come from far away and even your homeland is being affected by our curse. I'm sorry. It's not your fault, buddy. Yeah, this looks like a catty place. Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I guess. I mean, it's kind of the only way to go here, so I've not done something wrong by dashing through that thing. A vitality fragment, so it's worth coming here. Right, we've still got a couple of places here to explore. Oops. Right. Excuse me, buddy. Okay, nope. I do like this sort of ghosty effect. Gotta say that's pretty cool. Ooh, this might be it. Crest fragments? Yes, the ability to warp when praying. Perfect. Okay, that's... Which means... Boop. Hang on a moment. Yeah, okay. So now we have all 4 crest fragments. We can now warp. Let's talk to Aerie, see if she has anything to say to us now. Ah, how's it going? I think it's just going to be the same conversation again. Yeah, she's just sorry. Well, I forgive you. It's not your fault, you know? Right, I want to see what's over there, because there's like 2 or 3... There's 2 or 3 different little areas I can go through, which are upish. And then, oh no, hang on. This is... Ah. Boop. Lovely. Got a vitality fragment. And then there's still 2 other areas I can go to. Hey. Okay, 8 out of 20 ivory bugs. Alright, I think we're doing well, honestly, all things considered. Ah, we can't double jump back up there. Oh, we're going to have to warp. Actually, there's a... I think there's something over there, because when I enter the room, there's something secret here and there's something secret here. And I think it has something to do with that little... maybe not. No, okay, so that's nothing. Could it be, like, in the floor, maybe? No. No, we've not seen a place that's, like... I mean, not in this game, at least. In Momodora 3... No, Momodora 2, there was a place hidden like that. Save. Warp. Sacred Audelia Grove. Okay, so you can only warp to the first bell of an area. You can't warp to every bell. Oops. Right, and it's when we get to the long vertical shaft that we need to head down. Head sort of rightish. This way. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Vitality fragments? Okay. Right. Let me head down. There we go. Oh, we're doing so well today. Alright, let's head back to Cast City, because we can now enter the castle. Which, given that it says map completion is currently 65%, that means the last third of the game is probably just going to be the castle. And the various challenges therein. Oh, hang on, that might be it. I cannot believe that. I managed to get through the tiny little gap between the bounce pad and the unbelievable. Right. Cat time. Let's grab this again. Ignore you. Head this way. Nice. Okay. Hang on. What was down here? Oh, it was a U. And a nothing else. I'm just going to ignore that guy. Don't need what he has. Okay. Cat form does not have a... yeah, see, I managed to fall down between the gap, which I don't think is possible if you're in human form. Okay, that's not it. What about up here, maybe? No. Well, we can get over there into that little foothold. But can we do anything from this point? Because it doesn't look like we can... We keep bumping our head every time we... I'm actually going to go and save just in case I make the same mistake again. Okay, so let's try. We can't turn back while we're there either. We don't have any other really useful items. I feel like this must be the secret, right? This must be the trick to it. But where do we go from here? Can't turn back. Oh, hang on. We can just do that. Okay, cool. I was overthinking it. Whoops. Right. Let's head back to Cast City. And now we can enter the castle. Right, open sesame. I have all 4 pieces. Yeah, yeah! Oh, I thought that was a button, but I think it's just a plant pot. Hello. Huh? Who are you? And how did you get here? Get out. Outsider. Now! You were giving me the creeps. Well, can we be reasonable to you? Why are you still here? What is it you desire? Hello, Kitty Cat Herder. Thank you for joining me. Very glad to have you here. I am Nutmeg Liz, curator of this royal Pinacoteca. Like I told you before, leave. I wish there was a reason for you to stick around, but there isn't. Well, I'm staying anyway. You have business with the Queen? Well, that's rare. Do you realise... No, never mind. Be glad you're still alive and breathing. Don't worry though, your time is coming. Oh, hey, there's these are like the things that Sister Frida was. Adorable little ghost birds. We've got skeleton mages. We've got some really lovely artwork in the background. Oh! Sorry, painting. Right. I think one of these is probably... Yep, one of them is a mimic. Cool. Knew it. Knew it. We'd seen one before. Oh! Hello, Blue Chaos Star. Thank you for the raid. And welcome, raiders. We're just playing some Momodora. We've managed to get all 4 pieces of the... yes, Blue Raid, yes. Very excited to see you all. I hope you have a good time here. Come on in, make yourselves comfortable. We're just playing some... we've managed to get all 4 pieces of the crest, which was our original objective. So now we are heading in to see the Queen. Hello. Ah, who are you? Someone from the southern provinces? There's a certain peculiar air about you. Please, join us here. It's safer. Though, it seems you can manage your way around. I certainly can. Yes. Leave those people alone. That's music from one of the other Momodora games. Hello, Mini Deathly Doodles. Hello, Blue Chaos Star. Welcome, everyone. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm going to have to come back here off stream because I love that piece of music. But it doesn't make very compelling entertainment. Just sitting here listening to, well... Maybe if I get a bit stressed, we can come back and just listen to it for a bit. These games do have excellent music. Right, what was up here? Up here was... Yes, there's a mimic here. There's this evil painting. But then that, the black chest, is a mimic. Oh. Ah. Okay, we're fine. In a manner of speaking. Ooh, what have we got now? What's... Protective Dark Sorcery. That sounds fun. Let's get the... What is the Pocket Incensory? Adds flame damage to your attacks. Ooh, that does sound good. Yeah, let's save up for that. Right, does not open from this side. Okay. Oop. That looked intimidating, but I don't think it was actually a challenge. Man, these things just are adorable. In like a weird sort of creepy way, you know? Like they remind me of something out of the Moomins. I don't think there's anything specific in the Moomins that looks like that. But it's just the sort of aesthetic that they have, the sort of vibe that they give off. Oh, hang on. I found an ivory bug. Okay, cool beans. Okay, so, okay, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Oh. Shouldn't have got between the enemies. That's always a bad plan. Oh, hey, and there's one of these orange witches is back. I thought you were just from the Cinder Caves. Right, where are we now? If we go down, that leads us back to this. So we can refill our health and our bellflowers. Does not open from this side. Okay. I don't know why I expected it to be easy. Oh, hello. I do like that enemies can't follow you between scene transitions. That is very nice, very friendly. Okay, so that will open up this door. Yeah. Boing. Right, where are we now? This looks sort of like a boss arena. Oh, hello! I think we met before, didn't we? So you were the one who engaged with Fennel. Yes, we did. Turn back now, foreigner. Her Highness does not want to be disturbed. Well, such impudence. Magnolia. Maybe it was a bad idea using the thing that takes away some of my health before learning the boss's moves. Gotta say though, I like the aesthetic of this knight with the like rabbit ear armor, just boxing, you know? Just it's not exactly bare knuckle brawling because she's wearing gauntlets, but you know what I mean. Right, no, it's down this way, isn't it? Oh. Yeah. Down, up. It's like just through here. Can we? No, we have to hit this with our leaf. Okay, heal before the fight. Swap the cat thing out for the crystal seed and swap this out for the dull pearl. And then skip the cutscene. Put that on to start with. And then switch to this so we can heal when we need to. It's sort of like a fighter monk multi-class, you know? Oh, okay, cool. So this lady is impervious to arrows, it looks like. Yeah. I do kind of remember earlier we had the option of buying a thing called, like, piercing arrows. So maybe you need that to damage her with ranged attacks. Yeah, it's just not going to work. Well, let's try the triple. No. Nope. Melee only. Gotta say though, this bloody missive or whatever it's called, if we can survive taking... Okay. Melee Fox only final destination, yes, exactly. This lady's also a duchess. So, I don't know, maybe nepotism is involved, but in an ideal world, that would mean that she has some qualification, some claim to nobility. Fisticuffs Knight, pugilism bun. Yeah, it's a good aesthetic, honestly. Zoop. Just gonna ignore all these guys. And again, switch out. No, we don't need to switch in the dull pearl if it's not actually going to do anything for us. So we'll use the crystal seed to start with. Skip cutscene. The thing is, all of her attacks just hit so hard. I'm not actually even worried about the archer up there. I'm going to activate the letter again. Probably a bad idea. Got it. Nice. Oh, okay, no. But now we have to fight Magnolia. Royal Huntress Magnolia. Oh, okay, and she can poison me. That's fun. Okay, cool. I'm gonna die here. Okay, so it's a double boss fight, like any of those. Did I get the? No, I didn't. I don't think. Yeah, there was a thing that I picked up or bought somewhere that I must have died after getting because I don't have it now. That reduced. Yeah, she's not in armor, so that means that I can hit her with my arrows. So maybe actually, yeah, switching to the dull pearl is a good idea. Oh, I forgot to switch out the cat thing. Crystal Seed. I think it's okay to use both of my bloody missives on this one, and then I could save the fairy tier for the huntress, but I don't know if I'm going to need it, because I think she has less HP. Okay, there we go. Yeah, she only has a very short knife, and she doesn't have very high defense. Okay. Right, I think the next try or the next couple of tries we're going to get it. Yeah, let's have the dull pearl and the fairy tear. And then save so we don't have to switch it back in. Okay. Actually, I've had a thought. Because the... Yeah, okay. So maybe we don't have to do all this rigmarole. Because we can possibly... Okay. I think that connects back to the top. I think that connects back to the right-hand side of this screen here. But just need to not fail. I keep getting cocky, you know? Keep getting over-ambitious. Right, what's the... That's about as far right as you can... Okay. Yeah, this now connects to here, which connects to that, which means that this is probably going to be a quicker run back, to be honest. Although now I only do have 6 bellflowers. Heal up. Just use all of them right now. Okay. Right, now we just have to not die to the Huntress. Yeah, she has really low defense. So, as long as I can avoid taking hits. There we go. Okay, we got it. Yeah! I'm sorry. I know you're kind. Just like the pardoner, you stand against our queen. Blinded by faith. The queen would never hurt us. Oh, very good. Very good. I just want a bell. There's one, thank you. Okay. Cool. I love how unclear it is that which things are places you can go down and which things aren't. Great, great fun. Oops. Yeah, the little birds having fun underwater. They're cute, aren't they? I do like them. Okay, so I think the poison is going to be much better against enemies than bosses. Hang on a sec. No, okay. Hey there, friends. Oh, they are adorable. I want like a plushie of one. Right, where are we? Oh, we can probably go and open the... Oh, hello. Who are you? Meow. Welcome to Cast Castle, human. That black dress. A sacrifice maiden from Loon, I presume. Meow. Perhaps even your methods wouldn't be enough to save us. To truly purify this curse, perhaps you would need a special blessing. Can we lower this? Can we lower this? Can we lower the drawbridge? Oh, the switch is here. There we go. Save. Thank you. So there is actually still some stuff over here that we haven't got. I'll come back to it later. Right. Ooh, another bell. Lovely. And what is this? What is this? There's probably a switch somewhere that opens that up. Yeah, it's probably one of those things where... Oop. Once we get to the top of that shaft, we'll be able to open that and head back down. Yeah, I'm not going to jump that far. Can we? Nope, that's a wall. Cool. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I needed to heal up, and I ended up doing the opposite of that. Ah, cat mode. Cat mode. No, they did the same thing again. Forgot to switch item. Meow. I mean, at least I have boosted attack. I don't think I can get to you. Alright, okay. So we go down here. Oop, hello. I don't think even these guys are enemies. Oh no, they are. Okay, cool. Thanks for confirming that. Yes, here we are. What did I say? Ooh. Okay, cool. Shouldn't have scratched my face. Thought it was going to be a boss fight, but where there would be a cutscene, but nope. What's going on here? Cat mode. Wait, hang on. That must be the way back. Because we can just go down here. Yeah. Let's heal up a bit. Wait, was there nothing in there? Huh, okay. Oh, we got a vitality fragment at least. I don't want to hurt them. They're too cute. That's my policy. If it's too adorable, I will not hurt it. What is... no, we can make that. We can make that jump. What's this? Bellflower. Okay, lovely. We got another bellflower. That's going to make things easier. I hope there's a... Great, cool. I was going to say I hope there's a save point soon, but there wasn't. Okay, so we've got to do all that again. It's not going to be too much. Is it down here? Yeah. Well, one of the things was, at least. But that... yeah, it's just a treasure chest with nothing in it. Okay. That's fine, though. Because we can get this one. And we gotta remember... not to... They might... what I think the trick is, and I may be wrong about this, what I think the trick is down here? Yeah, because there's a bellflower over here. I think the trick is you just have to fall for it once, and then you know, oh, so I just... So actually maybe I could have made it across, but it helps to have the at least one of the platforms there. Right, okay, back we go. Okay, whoops, that didn't go so well. Didn't realise there were those. Oh no, because they went upwards first time. I guess they're the sort of thing where they always go whichever direction you approach them in. You coming down? Yeah, okay. Oh, the spiders explode. Okay, that's fun. Huh, right. Let's head this way. Oh, I don't even know what I hit there. But apparently it was effective. Ooh, look at that. Look at all that. Yes, please, thank you. Oh, it was presumably these little bird friends. And they are friends. They are our friends. Oh no! Go. Ah. Please, end my suffering. I'm so sorry. This might be one of those things where there is a way to save them, but we've probably just done things in the wrong order, you know? Hang on. Oh no, that's just the way back. Okay, cool. See, this is the sort of thing I was thinking about. Yeah, you might have more time to deal with it than you think. Dealing with Dark Souls NPCs and trying to find a way to help. Yeah, it's... This game is very heavily inspired by Dark Souls in the way that it, the way that the story is structured. Right, I don't know how to tell the difference between these people. I feel like there must be some trick to it. But if you pick the wrong one, they just machine gun skeletons down from the heavens. Is it just guessing? Or is there something that tells them apart? I genuinely cannot tell. Hang on. Sorry. Hang on. Wait. Ah! Just had to adjust my earphone. I mean, could it be to do with, like, the order that they act in? This one made a red... Okay. I think I've got it. So, when they appear... This one made a red thingy. So it's nothing to do with how they appear, how their sprites look. It's to do with that red effect that this one had. You see, all of them have a white effect, except the real one. Hang on, I'm going to equip the Passiflora. Just in case I need it. I'm not going to use it just yet, though. Right, you're white, you're red. And if you pick the correct one, it also cancels the projectiles of all the others. Oh, this looks like progress. Or success. Yeah, we did it. We did it. Hooray. Do I feel like backtracking for a bell? I might do. Although, the next one can't be too far away, right? We must be nearly there. Although I don't have any bellflowers left is the thing. I've used up all of my healing items. Nice to know the Queen just has a couple of captive mages. Nope. No! Oh, it locks you into it. Ah. That's so annoying, honestly. Okay, cool. Okay, good. Great. So we have to do that one again. This one says that there's a... Ah. Good thing I checked my map, eh? Thank you. Nope. Well, I'm going to go and heal again. Or save again. Just so I don't have to do that again. And so I don't have to waste any bellflowers. Right, okay, we remember what to do now. We remember what to look for. Hello. Okay. So, she appears. That one has a red one. She appears. Now there's 3 of them. You. Three. Maybe actually there is a slight... Hang on, I'm going to try something next time they appear. One of them flies lower than the others. I think that's the trick as well. Good evening, Mixed Mage Iron. Very glad to have you here. How are you doing today? Yeah, 3 of them fly in sync, but then the other one flies slightly lower. So this is going to be her. Look at that. Figured it out, and we... Nice. Still have all of our healing items. Just as well too, because these guys are a bit of a pain. There we go. Poison effect got him. Oh, posture check. Oh, thank you. Set my chair back into its upright position. Right. This is where we died last time, because I made some bad decisions. Right, there we go. Okay. We must be close to another bell. Yeah, here's one. Save. Ooh. Big, long, empty corridor. I feel like a boss is coming up. Okay, Accursed Queen of Cast. So we found her. Oh, listen to the jamming, the heavy metal going on. You know what? I love heavy metals that include like pipe organ music. You know? The sort of classic horror. Just with really heavy drum beats. Really crunchy sounding electric guitars. Alright, this can't be the whole thing. There must be a second phase, right? Because this fight feels like it's been going kind of easily. Because the Queen is the entire reason that we're here. She must be the final boss. I'm also really enjoying the triangle motif. How she has like this triangular halo. That's a great touch. Very excellent boss design. Okay, phase 2. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay, hang on. So standing in the middle protects us from those spirals. Okay, oops. Okay, so she has this power to disappear into the floor now. I'm going to switch out the cat thingy for the crystal seed? Yeah. Because we've managed to... Okay, that's something new. The attack boosting items we found out are really, really effective. Just like eating through enemies. Oh, that was a bad time to use it. Yeah, I just wasted an entire reading of an envelope. Okay. So, that attack seems to do like half my health. So we just have to be very wary of that one. Oh, okay. This is new. 3 of them. Okay, so when she has the red ring, that's when it that's when she does her really big attack. Okay. Is that the end of it? Oh no! Is that another scripted death? Kaho, the high priestess from the village of Loon, failed in her mission of sealing away the curse. The world of the living was further infested by spirits of the dead, who continued to spread misery throughout the world. Bad ending. Okay. Right. So what that means to me is... I wonder if it's like in... Right, there are some places that we have yet to explore. Now, in Momodora 2, you similarly got a bad ending if you defeated the final boss without a special item. And I wonder if it's the same case here, that we need like a green leaf rather than a red leaf. Hello, bird friends. Yeah, if we keep heading up, there should be some... Yeah, just up. Boink. Yeah. To the right and to the up. Save here. So I remember there was a big tall room that we didn't do anything with. Did we go through here? We did. Excuse me. Yeah, this room. Because we can hit that. And then we hit that. Then we have to hit the other one, like on the way down or something. Oh no, it comes back down. There we go. I think that's it. Yeah, okay. So that lets us go up there. We also haven't been through here. Through here. Looks like there's an ivory bug up there. Hang on. Swap this out for the Ring of Candor. Oh, hang on. It says up, up, down, down, left, right. Ah, look at that. Well, that's interesting. Does that only work in this room? Does it only work once? Might only work once. Rude. Okay. We're gonna be fine, though. Well, the thing is, I don't think it's not meant to be an actual... Because up, up, down, down, left, right is the Contra code. You know, the Konami code. Perhaps the most famous cheat code in gaming. But there was this skull appears to be laughing. Ha ha ha. Well, I don't think we can do anything with that. But the people behind Momodora, they really like putting in like little Easter eggs for things that don't actually do anything. Like in, I mean, in Momodora 1, you can enter the Contra code to get one of the collectibles, and I think you can do it on any screen. But it just being a one-off thing makes sense, but if you could do it during save. Yeah, I don't know. What's this? Black Sachet. What is this? Black Sachet. Heavily increases your attack power at the risk of losing HP. Okay. Oh, the Mimic's back. Right, if we keep heading back up, there is another upwards sort of area we can go and visit. Save. Oh, excuse me. Apparently there is also another secret in this room. Wonder what it could be. Probably not worth thinking too much about right now. We can always come back to it. What's this? Sealed Wind. Oh, hang on. Okay, so I think I know what this is for. Now, it should be in the key items. No? In the regular item. Sealed Wind. Cast a Wind Sorcery. Yes, okay. So. think this is the key. I think this is the last piece of the puzzle. Wait. Because I don't think the wind sorcery actually like does any damage or anything. We're gonna need to go and get to a thing and warp out. No! Oh, I messed up. Oh, I got too ambitious. My hubris got the better of me. Wait till it stops moving. There we go. We can just go down here, can't we? Yeah, just head all the way down. And that gets us back to... Yeah, there's a bell like in the... You only know... okay. Well, this game takes a lot of inspiration from Castlevania, but I think it's probably more... No, I don't know. I think the thing is the Metroidvania genre is much bigger than just Super Metroid and Castlevania at this point, you know? There's a lot more to it. The map completion is at 97%, which I think means there's basically one more thing we need to do. Oh, hey. Might go back and buy some of the items I had the opportunity to, but I never did. I don't remember where all the different merchant locations are, though. They're not marked on the map or anything. So, hang on. Not here. Yes, no, here. So, this here, when you inspect it, it's say, box. And we have box. You see, it's a little windmill, and we cast a wind sorcery, and that raises that up, and now we can assume cat form. Boink. And get... Yeah, bathe the maple leaf in hibisco tea. Got fresh spring leaf. Able to purify the source of the curse. See, now we've got a green weapon. And... now, if we go and fight the boss, that's probably gonna... wait, what's the... Yeah, we do want to go back. That's probably gonna give us what we need. If I just keep heading left. Oh yeah, cats can't climb ladders. Super unrealistic. Everybody knows cats are incredible climbers. Right. Pray, save, and then warp to cast castle. Hello, Jakalovsky. Thank you for joining me. Very glad to have you here. We actually do have to do quite a lot of foretracking. like backtracking, but in a forwards direction. Okay, what do we want? We want the Tainted Missive. And we want the... we'll take the crystals... No, we'll take the Passiflora. And we will take the Black Sachet and... Yeah, we'll take the Dull Pearl. You know what? That's fine. We'll just quickly save that loadout. Right, so we just have to keep heading up now. Well, we can't actually jump this high, I don't think. Oh, no, we can. Okay. Ah, but we can't do the second one. Dang it. Okay, so where do we go instead? Can we go left? Or is that just a door to before? Was that just a way down? Ugh. Well, good thing we saved, isn't it? No, it looks like we can go up here. So I think, just like in Momodora 2, the trick is... Okay, that... I thought that was the way forward, but it is not. Okay. Getting impatient. Right, I have to wait for this thing to cycle once in order to do it safely. I'm sure better players than me can get that on the first cycle, but it's just best to be patient, isn't it? Yeah, there's actually nothing over to the right here. This is the way forward. Oh yeah, cat. We need the cat thingy. Cat sphere, please. Nope. Cat sphere, please. Thank you. Yeah. That didn't go according to plan. I'm just ignoring this. Down here. Either way is the same. Down here, down here. Wait. Okay, so now we've confirmed that this way does not actually lead to... Wait, no, wait, hang on. Yeah, no, huh? I'm very confused. Hang on. So... Wait. Yeah, so I think we we can jump up. We could jump up the first one. Okay. I'm a fool. I'm a damned fool. But that's okay. It feels like the leaf has been powered up now. I don't know if it has, or Cat Dash, yeah. The super magical powers of Cat. I kind of like how being turned into a cat is like such a minor part of the story. Like, you defeat this. I'm sure it comes as no surprise to anybody that the giant, the Queen of Decay. What's her name? Like, I think she's the only boss that you fight twice. I'm sorry. And it's no surprise that she's like all over the promotional material, but like she's not. I mean, I suppose like it is a really Dark Soulsy thing for one of the most important characters in the canon to have absolutely no story presented in the game, you know? But like she turns us into a cat with her dying breath. Then we're like that for like 5 minutes, and we just leave. That's great. Oh no, I got poisoned. Apparently, the poison that I spit out can also poison me. Well, that's a twist, isn't it? Oh, ow. Forgot quite how tall that thing was. And wide. Okay, cool. So just being at the side of the lift is the... Right, I think this is it. Your poison is magic and can affect skeletons. Yes, it can affect even things that shouldn't be affected by poison. Okay, so this is it. We've done it once before. Now that we have the green leaf, let's see. So it looks like the thingy that I equipped, the one that increases my attack power, just sometimes takes health away from me. But look at that attack boost. Right. Crack the missive, heal. And then we have to just camp out for this bit. Now that it's worn off actually, and I don't have any more, I might as well swap it out for the crystal seed. Like that one's only a 50% boost, but it doesn't harm us. And I think it does stack with the black sorcery box thingy. Right, I think this is it. Let's see. We exploded her. Oh. Does she have a Form 3, or is this us purifying it? Form 3. Okay, this is rad. Okay, those explosions linger. They don't just have their effect once and then... Okay. Right. Okay, I'm gonna... Given how quickly we got through her first form, I'm going to save my sealed... what is it called? Tainted Missive. I'm going to save those for her Form 3. Or like one for Form 2 and then one for Form 3. Because... Alright, she's going to shoot a big... Nope, okay. I thought I had her attack patterns down. That's what I was expecting. Yeah, because look, I can just chew through her first phase without even using one of the missives. If I'm smarter about using them, because in this section, I'm not going to be able to hit her at all. It's hypnotic, isn't it? Yeah, now that's cleared. And then she disappears into the floor. Pops up. She doesn't have contact damage all the time. It's only, I think, in the phase where she's flying in the air and she does those... Okay, cool. Just use that move twice in a row, that's fine. Okay, 3 times in a row, that's also fine. That's also great, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. Right, phase 3. Phase 3, phase 3. Oh, hey, cool. I didn't know that you could do that. Again. Okay. I'm also going to swap this out for the Passiflora and use it now. Okay, that looks scary. Okay, so he has like this machine gun attack. I think it's great that this boss doesn't have a name. Like that's terrifying, isn't it? Because like every other boss we've been able to call them something. This is just like the source of the corruption. Okay, cool. Yeah, the third phase looks like a birdcage. Oh, it's just great design. Just great design. Like let's just compliment it some more, honestly. Right. I'm going to use Crystal Seed on her first phase. Okay, this one you can't skip. Okay, there we go. Phase 2. And we just got a duck. Which I don't like, honestly. I don't like bosses that force you to wait. Right, she's gonna pop up. Hey, don't just do it again. Right when I was complaining about it. We seem to have got very lucky with the little black box, though. Because I think it's a random chance for it to it boosts your damage, but there's a random chance for it to take health when you make an attack. And right. Okay, so I actually still have all of my attack boosting items. We're going to start off with the Crystal Seed. And let's take a moment actually to just admire all the details of the boss. Yeah, it's like a birdcage. It's got tattered ropes. There's like a little flame in the middle. Okay. I don't know if it's possible to predict when he does the charge up attack, whether he's going to be doing the... Oh, hey, cool. We can just camp out and... Okay, hang on. Can't die here. We're so close. I think this is going to be the one. Oh! Okay, hang on. No. Okay. I think that's it. Oh, I think not just like a it's not just like a bird cage. It's like what are those things called that like medieval women wore to keep their skirts a particular shape? Because she's wearing something like that around her waist, which is sort of same shape as the bird cage. It's great, good theming, excellent. When the curse from the East reached the village of Loon, a priestess was sent on a sacred mission to seal it away. The priestess triumphed over the dark, stopping the spread of the curse by drawing it into her body, but she faded away in the process. Now only a faint memory of her story remains, passed on as tradition. Even so, her spirit of determination lingers on, guiding younger priestesses towards finding peace. We did it! We did it! Oh, now we're going to have a lovely little montage of all the different areas we've visited. There's the windmill going. There's the chapel. Notorious Knave. Good job. Good job, Notorious Knave. I don't think that's the same person. I don't think those are the same people. I mean, obviously, Ardine is the guy who designed it and made up the whole thing. But I think Electro Bear was the guy who did the music for the first 3 games. But this game, beautiful music. Beautiful presentation. One thing I kind of love about indie games as well is like usually the special thanks section is longer than the actual game credits. It's like, yeah, this game was made by like 4 people, but they have so many people that really inspired them, you know, to make beautiful art. And I think this game is art. Oh, okay, hang on. Okay, there we go. Look at this. All these people believed in this project. I'm sure they're proud as well, you know? It's probably just like a small contribution. But, you know, they are an important part of this, because without people like that, Ardine and the rest of the team wouldn't be able to make it. I'm getting a little bit emotional, honestly. Anyway, that's the end of the game. But we do still have some secrets left to uncover. We haven't found all of the ivory bugs. By doing so, you'll start a new journey from the very beginning. Oh, we also have New Game Plus, apparently. But I don't know how different New Game Plus is going to be. In Momodora 3, I played through the entire game, New Game Plus, and I could not find any differences except some of the enemies had more health. I'm sorry. Anything close to the city is too dangerous. Surely that shouldn't be a problem for a priestess like you. Fighting using a leaf must be difficult. But I have faith in your ability to seal the curse away. It has spread to your land too, after all. For now, maybe the best you can do is seek an audience with our queen. Yeah. Oh, we start off with the green leaf. That's interesting. And we start off with all of these things. Okay, well that is interesting, actually. Can we... Nope. I was thinking maybe we could move the boat with a... Ah, and of course, we don't have any of the abilities that the... Hang on. Okay, we don't start off with the cat... We don't start off with the cat sphere, which means even though we have the sealed wind, we can't... but we have the green leaf already anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Well, yeah, we'll keep the Ring of Candor on. Because how many... We have 11 out of 20. So the 4 crest shards, they were... One lets you dash in midair, one lets you... It gives you an extra charge for your bow, one lets you warp between places, and I forget what the last one does. Oh, the progress saved icon has actually changed to the new leaf as well. Well, should we see if we can find some ivory bugs that we're missing? Hang on. Map completion is at 98%, which means there are still some rooms we're missing. Still some places we haven't been. Okay. Let's see. It's probably this. This here. And... It's probably just that, to be honest. Right, we'll aim for this area. We'll aim for here. And in doing so, we'll also keep an eye out for ivory bugs. Right, we got the one that was in here. That causes a great deal of grief. Does this wind spell actually hurt enemies? I don't think it does. I think all it does is operate the windmill. Right, there is a secret in this room. It might just be that, actually. Yeah. It's not making the noise anymore. I think down here there's a person who... Okay, there's a secret in this room. Maybe it's... What's down here? Nope, got that. Right, let's see. Oh, it was just over here. Okay. Well, that's fine. Yeah. And apparently, yeah, you can just like do the ferry whenever. It does have a cooldown, but it doesn't seem to be like. Hopefully that wasn't. No, I don't know. I don't know. Whoa. Just gonna ignore all these people. Okay, boss fight time? No, not quite. It's in the next couple of rooms, though. Oh, poisoned. Away. Yeah, it's here. We're gonna attach the black sachet and activate the missive and just see how quickly we can do it. First boss in the game. Look at that. Look at that. Power of endgame items. Okay. I'm gonna leave him alone. Stretch. Stretch. Rest in peace, cute bug monster. Yes. Definitely rest in peace, cute bug monster. I think I mentioned this in one of my earlier streams of the game. That the problem I have with games like this is a lot of the time the NPCs and the enemies are pretty much indistinguishable because everything is adorable, you know? Like, it's particularly obvious in Momodora 3 when, like, all of the bosses are just cute, you know? I mean, in this game there is some... Oops. In this game there is some... like, these little drippy dogs. I mean, obviously they're good dogs. But... where was I going? Down. I was going down. Oh, hang on. There's also... oh. There's also... down here somewhere. This. We don't know how to get there. We haven't got there, at least. Yeah, okay. Okay. Open up that shortcut. Ah, and here's the second boss. Huh? Looks like some outsider missionary. Your rotten corpse will serve my mistress well. Oh, cool. He cursed me. I didn't realize that he could do that. Maybe I've just never been hit by that attack. Oh. Yeah, here we go. Lubella. Because you fight her twice. This being the first time, and then you saw the time in the gardens. And yeah, she's like, oh, she's an enormous witch. She got very fashionable antlers. Got a compliment on that. But like, why is she huge? Why is her mouth like that? You know, why do we fight her twice? Why does she have the ability to turn us into a cat? I can't waste any more time with you. You know, like there's a lot of unanswered questions about her. Right, save. Yeah, it's like a pumpkin mouth, like a jack-o'-lantern. Why do I smack her booba? Because her face is too high up. Can we save her? There must be a way. I say there must be, but like, hang on a mo. Oh, okay, hang on. There's also... Alright, there's a boss here. Well, a mini-boss at least. That was more difficult the first time. But there's also... Why is there... Yeah, it was... Okay, so if we leave and come back... Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I don't... I think it's probably just one of those cases where... I mean, like I say, she's all over the promotional material and like the marketing for the game. I have to do that one as well. I don't know. I think it might just be like... Oh, the artists like that kind of character. And, you know, more power to them. Oops. Okay, I don't think that thing can actually hurt you. Right. It says that there's a way down here. Oh. Well, that was worthwhile. Okay, map completion is still at 98%. So I think we need to get to here, and we need to get to here. But I don't know how we get to this one, because that was like a door that just had like question marks. It didn't even say like locked or doesn't open from this side. And I hope it's not in Momodora 2. And also in Momodora 1, but or Momodora 3, but to a lesser extent. There's a black chest which describes it as being sealed by some power. And it is infuriating because I spent all the time trying to. I spent so much time trying to work out how to get to it, how to open it, like what I needed to do. But then I searched up on like forums and stuff, and the dev himself has actually said, "Yeah, no, you can't open that chest," which is frustrating, gotta say. Do kind of wish that I'd looked it up beforehand, though. Let's give some money to the church, because we didn't do that this time. Don't know that it does anything. I'm gonna have to look up the guides for this game, honestly. Wait, do we have... Small coin. Simple gift. Huh. Wonder what the significance of that is. Oh, 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 oh. Locked. Okay, this one does say locked. It doesn't say question. Oh, hang on. Where was the? There was something, wasn't there? Was it? I'm gonna have to go back and like rewatch the VOD. But there was something. Maybe it was up here, where it just said question mark, question mark, question mark. Right, I gotta find out where to use this coin. Maybe I throw it in like a fountain or something, like a wishing well. Alright, there's nothing down there. Wait, here's a well. Can we interact with it in any way? No? Now, I should have checked my inventory before we started the game. Because it could very well have been that we started the game with that, or we could have... Yeah, we could have started the game with that. Cotillard. Oh, you have met with Paramol? Such innocence. So, malevolent greed, she's the one responsible for the many casualties. Perhaps you should head to the castle. Oh, she's got red eyes. I didn't realise that. Yeah, this should help you a bit. Monastery key. Okay. Yeah, okay, it was here. It was this one. This one just says question marks a bunch of times. I'm going to screenshot that. I'm going to look up all these things off stream. And just like see if there is a solution to some of these puzzles. Well, we have enough money now to go and buy the incense thing. When we get there. Okay. Let's head down into the depths. Which is... Sorry, I was just a bit caught up in thought about the purpose of the coin. Wait, and this, we definitely don't open this with a monastery key, do we? No. Okay. Right, there's a secret in this room. It's probably... one of these sorts of... But we won't be able to get it until we get the mid-air dash. Right, where are we aiming for? We need to go... Yeah, a lot of the NPCs in this game have really fantastic designs. Like, I think, honestly, character design is one of the team's strongest suits. They're always really good at making very appealing characters. Oops. Okay, we're actually going in the wrong way, but I think we need to go and grab the mid-air dash before we do anything else. Because obviously, when you're doing the... when you're doing New Game Plus, you don't start the game with all of the key items, because that would be silly. It is interesting, though, that I have the fresh spring leaf. Right, so here's the boss. The heretical arsonist. Oh, I didn't notice last time that the she doesn't start with a full health bar. Presumably because this knight, whose name I forget, and who we didn't interact with this time, presumably because she dealt some of the damage beforehand. There we go. Okay. So I think this gets us the first crest piece. Thank you for your assistance. Are you hurt? It's my first time seeing a sacred leaf in action. Certainly an interesting way of fending off enemies. Since you're still around, perhaps you'll hear me out. Yes. Good. I've suspected something was amiss up there at the castle. The queen I once served was noble and caring, but now she's turned into a morbid figure. Anything under her direct control is lost, so I've deserted her order of knights. Here's my proposal, taking down the queen. Should you choose to side with me, you're going to need a special crest. It was split into 4 pieces. One of its fragments should be around here. Once you have the 4 parts, head to the locked door at the entrance of the city. Yes. Yeah. No, I do actually want to save her. So this first one lets you air dash. Yeah, there we go. Which opens up a lot of possibilities for us. Forgot about that. One, two, three, four, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we need to head up. What's this way, actually? There is an ivory bug in here somewhere. Oh no, there isn't an ivory bug. There is just a secret wall, which resets in every new game cycle. But, oops. Well, I kind of deserved that. Yeah. They reset in every new game cycle, but the things that they're guarding don't. Okay. Oh, Feels so good to have my air dash back. Okay. What's through here? Remind me. Spider friend. Wanna buy? Yes, please. Give me these. Yeah. Thank you, spider friend. I love just like collecting all the items in these games, you know? Like, even if I'm never going to use them, because they all have just such unique... where are we going? We can't get back up that way, I don't think. So we have to go this way. Oh, hydrating. Thank you. Yum yum. Tasty water. Oh, you again. Hello. Red ring. Sure. You know, I guess it's just the completionist in me, you know? Like, I like having these things, even if I know I'm never going to use them. Okay, so we need to go down, 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 across. Wait for the big crushy blocks. That could have gone better. Right, I don't think we can actually open this door. I don't think we have the key for this yet. No, we don't. And I don't remember where we get it. Right, we're heading up now. Nope, nope. Boink. I need to equip my poison thingy. Hang on. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Drilling arrows. Maybe if we have the drilling arrows, we can... you can use the your bow against... I cannot remember any, like, names are some of the hardest things for me, you know? Like, I can't remember who anybody's called ever. The Lady Knight, the bare knuckle brawler Lady Knight with the big ol' punchy fists and the bunny ears, she has, I think maybe now that we have the drilling arrows, maybe then the bow would work on her. I know what I'm talking about. Oh, sad flower. So we've done all of these things. We still have the Ring of Candor on, don't we? Yeah, we do. Yeah, so nothing in there. I don't think we can actually do anything. Yeah, we need to go... Oh, we need to get around to the other side. Oh! Ah! Whoops! Whoopsie. Whoopsie-daisy. Well, we haven't lost too much. So yeah, we need to head back up into the city so that we can get... Because we need the garden key. I don't remember who we get it from. Yeah, we don't have it yet. Oh, we need to also go and buy... We need to go and buy the thing. I'll come back to it, you know? So, we need to go and get... I also don't remember how you deactivate. The fact that the map is already filled in to begin with is kind of helpful, but it does make it harder to know like where you've been in this playthrough, you know? Because I think I've been skipping over a bunch of rooms. Right, so that leads up into the garden. I don't think we can actually do anything in there yet. So we just need to head back out of here. Okay. 13 out of 20. We get this. Hang on. Have we been up here in this playthrough? I don't think we have. Because the boss up here is the... I don't think we can get... Oh no, we can. Monastery key. Right, okay. Yeah, that was one of the cat areas that we needed to... Oh, okay. Now there's an interesting thing for you that I didn't know today. Didn't know until today. You can actually just hit the bells rather than praying at them. Gotta say, I'm liking the combination of Black Sachet and the Tainted Missive. Look at that. Look at how quick that was. Oh, I'm sorry, Fennel. I'm sorry. Had to be done. Well, maybe it didn't have to be done. I mean, the thing is, in Dark Souls, right, you're never really sure if what you're doing is even helping. Whereas in this game, the good ending is actually, like, kind of objectively good, you know? So I don't know. I don't feel so bad about... I mean, I still feel bad, you know, don't get me wrong, about beating up Pardon of Fennel or whatever. But I don't feel so bad because I know that, like, I'm eventually doing the right thing. I don't remember what's where in this game. You'd think it would all be fresh in my mind, given that I did it like 20 seconds ago. Not 20 seconds, 2 hours. Close enough. Yeah, I think this is where we got the Tainted Missive to begin with. And then, yeah, there's the big bell up here, which doesn't do anything except drop a bunch of money. I guess that's a nice touch, you know? Like, it feels like it should be way more significant than it is, but it is like one of the highest points on the map. At least in Cast City. Right. Okay, I need to find out where we get the garden key. It might be from one of those NPCs that like I completely skipped over. Like the really sad ones in the houses. Come on. There we go. Do these people have anything to say? Nope. St. Esselin's, you're safe here with us. We are a small minority now. Yeah, okay, so these people are all anti-queen. A neophyte, do you seek salvation? Okay. So we... Right. We gave another donation. We didn't get any key item from it. Do you have anything to say to us? Do you give us the garden key? No. Do you give us the garden key? The Royal Court has been ignoring us. If you want to stay safe, don't leave outside. Nope. We don't have the garden key already. So... right, we've been across there. We haven't been down here this playthrough. Maybe this is where we get the garden key. There's certainly a boss down here. There's the big beaky boy. Oh, there's Eri. Finally out of the cell. Should be safe here. This place seems completely abandoned. Now, which way is the forest again? I forgot about that. This girl is actually an escaped prisoner. What's with those clothes? Who are you? Identify yourself now. Priestess. Okay then. Here's a friendly warning. You won't find safety in this region anymore. According to hearsay. Look, you don't seem like a bad person. Please run away from here and save yourself while you still can. Not going to do that. Are you going to say the same thing? Yeah. Okay, there's a secret in this room. It might just be one of those cases where it's technically a secret because it's still hidden. What? Nope. Don't know what it could be. Oh, no. Okay, great. Good. Great and good. Where was the last place I saved? All the way back here. Well, we're not too far back. That one's locked. Yeah, we don't have that. Okay. The rolling boulder doesn't actually hurt us. I thought it would, but it does not. Right, before we head down into the sewers, let's head back and save, just in case. Hang on. Okay, we can't do anything with that. Okay. Now we're heading down. Right, skip over the cutscene if we can. Nope, no we can't. Okay, we'll just mash X through it. Okay, actually, if we just head... Oh, excuse me. If we just head over here... Yeah. Do you have anything to sell us? Necklace of Sacrifice. Ooh! Cool. Doubles your attack when you're in low health. And we can't get through there. Alright, there is a secret in this room, though. There is a secret. Now, here's the thing. You don't actually have all that many ways of interacting with the world around you. I mean, maybe now that we've got the wind thingy, we could try using it on more things. But I'm not optimistic, you know? Because, like, as far as I'm aware, it only did that one thing. Okay, so the wind spell does actually damage enemies. I didn't think it did. Some of these things might actually just be... Wait. Yeah, there we go. So that's what that was. Please, you must find a way to get me out from the cell. Yeah, okay, we didn't manage to get this guy free. Oh, if we come back here with the cat sphere, we can go and... there's an ivory bug in there. Oh, sorry. There's an ivory bug in there. And presumably, we can get Fishboy out of his cell, or find out what happened to him afterwards. Because we're too late. Because we're always too late. It's just the way in this game, isn't it? Or in games like this, I suppose. Where am I going? Oh yeah, this isn't actually a saving area. And okay, hang on. Was there a? No, there wasn't. So there's not a secret thing in there that we're missing. We can go to save here. Oh, and there's another something. That's not an ivory bug. Ivory bugs don't do that sort of thing. Okay. Hang on. I'm going to make a note of this. It's not a map. Don't yawn while you're underwater, Kaho. That is a really bad idea. Wait, what's this way? There's a dead end this way. Where's this? Is this the garden key? Yeah, that's okay. So that's how we get to the garden. Which we need to do to get one of the tiles we're missing. Right. Ah, jellyfish. There's some beautiful effects in this game. Like, I didn't comment on it earlier, but like in the forest area, during a part where you go sort of through an underground tunnel, there are like centipedes in the background, and they're really nicely animated. And they look great. I think there's a lot of really good stuff in this game. You know. Ignoring that. Is there anything down here? It says that there... Oh, it's down here. Okay. Vitality fragment. Marvelous. Anything else? Ah, I definitely remember during the first playthrough, wait, it's not here, that I was very confused as to the function of that room. Okay, there's something secret in here as well. There must be some way... Hang on a mo. Do you think we can trick one of these little goblin men? I think they're actually called Backman. Do you think we can trick one of them into throwing a bomb at this wall to... We can. Look at that. And now neither of those places has a little booty boop to say, yeah. Okay, cool. That's good. I like that. That was a nice touch. Right. Okay, so here's the Sister Frida boss. This is also the area where we wake up as a cat, I'm pretty sure. I'm also going to equip the necklace of... No, not the necklace of sacrifice. The black sachet. Hello. Okay. The casting animation for the spell that you get can be interrupted. This was like the last thing that I did last last session. Yeah. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. And dead. Yeah. There's another one of the crest fragments. Charge arrows faster. Okay. That would explain why I didn't remember that one. Okay, so we need to go and get the cat sphere from the garden. And there's a couple of things that we can do down here. After we get the cat sphere. Sorry, I don't know why I did that. That was completely unnecessary. Magnet stone. We just need to head up now, don't we? And then down into the garden. Because we need to beat the... If we beat the Witch of Decay for the second time, that gets us the cat orb. Which will then allow us to get the fourth crest piece. Where is the garden? The entrance is this way, isn't it? It's like down at the bottom of this building, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. There it is. Garden key. Thank you. Right. And here's the florist. Yeah, so she wants the ivory bugs. We have to hit this switch on our way down, and that opens up the shortcut back to the cinder chambers. Right. Down here. Well, what is this way? Oh, this is the graveyard where there's the guy who's just like, please leave me in peace. Now, he is a guy who's, you meet him at the entrance to the Cast City, and he has like a horrible cough. And he says like he's looking for somebody, and then he comes to the graveyard, and then his story is just really sad. I think he's also in the, in a prison somewhere. Okay, we already got that. Alright, time to fight the witch again. And this gets us the cat stone, and then we can go and find... Okay, that was a good start. Alright, retry. We're going to switch out the... have the black sachet, and we'll also have the necklace of sacrifice. So, if it comes down to it, we will have... Yeah, if it comes down to it, we will have that extra damage boost. There we go. No! No! Yeah, and then she curses us. So now we have the cat form. Okay. Let's also equip the Ring of Candor now. Oh, there's a secret in here. It might be one of those secrets that we've already got, though. Oh no, hang on, I see it. There we go. Where are we now? Let's also equip the magnet stone, just in case we need it. Is there anything down here? No, not anymore. So that, hurting that precious bean is completely unnecessary. Right, well, I'll just avoid this. Love how the cat dodge rolls. Honestly, it's so cute. There we go. Inspect. Cat sphere, yeah. Okay. Nope, swap that one out for the cat sphere. Right, so we need to... We need to head down... Yeah, down here. Then... Wait, is it this way? No, it's one lower. Down here. Yeah. So I think what it was... Yeah, okay. 99% map completion. Right. So I think the last thing we need to do is find out whatever's behind that... Whatever's behind this door. There's also this that we haven't done yet. Okay, so we've got a couple of places we can try. I want to go and find out what those things are down the sewers. We can also go and get the last crest piece, if we wanted to. Now, hang on a mo. I might be doing this the stupid way. Because you see, there's this path here that seems to run all the way, and this area is the flooded area. Pretty sure. So let's try that. Let's just try heading left. Get my mouse off the screen. Nope, not here. Down one more. Yeah, this is the place where we came out with the cat ring. Ah, I don't remember this. Don't remember this area. But I clearly must have been here, because it was marked on my map. Ah, subterranean grave. Yes, okay, cool. I do sort of remember this now. Sort of. We definitely must have come here, because it's all marked off on my map. Where was it? Wait, was it down here? I made a mental note, which is never as good as a physical note. No, it was down here. I remember. I think I remember. I think it was down here. Down here. I think. I might be completely misremembering, but we're in the right area, in the right ballpark. Nope, wasn't here. That was the garden key. So it must be left from this room, or up left. Yep, down here. Clorp. Dirty shroom. Okay. I wonder. Dirty shroom. What could that be for? That must be a key item, right? It's leaking slimy white. Imp girls. Oh, hang on. I do remember there was an imp girl somewhere. There was an imp girl somewhere that we could trade with. Or who said, like, I don't want anything from you. Leave me alone. Maybe she'd change her tune knowing that we have a dirty mushroom. I just have to remember where that is. We can now go and get that ivory bug. Nope, I meant to heal. But I forgot that I had the cat thing selected. Actually, let's go and save. Nope, that's a broken one. Forgot about that. So if we head up here, and we cat form, we can get this. Oh no, oh no! Oh no, we were too late. I mean, maybe there isn't a way of saving him. Right, let's see if we can remember where the imp was who wanted the thing. Also, you stop that. Thank you. I feel like she must have been in the garden. Let's head back to the garden. I think she was in like a hidden room in the garden somewhere, but I don't remember where exactly it was. Right, let's have a look. So this area is just the prison. That's where we fought the boss. We know that's a dead end. I think this area is just like the Cinder Barrens. So maybe she's not. Maybe. Maybe she's not in the gardens. Maybe she is in like the forest. I don't think she'd be in any of the other areas though. I don't remember her. I feel like there's a lot of stuff we forgot to do in the Cinder Barrens this time. So I might head back there. Yeah, she's not going to be in any of those ones. So I think... Get that off the screen. Unless she's in here? No, this is the graveyard where the guy with the nasty cough comes. Alright, we'll just head right from here. And down. Now, I don't remember for certain, but I'm pretty sure the little imp girl was sitting... I'm pretty sure she was sitting in a room that you reached by entering it from the right-hand side. So it's not going to be this room. Well, also we've just gone all the way to the end of this room and not found her. So we're going to go down here. And this is the back entrance where you come in from the Cinder Barrens. I keep calling... Ah! I always forget. I always forget about that. Hey, that one had a little curse aura around it and dropped a load more money than they usually do. That's interesting, right? I know that in Momodora 3, there is a super rare occurrence where one of the ladybirds drops, like, a golden ladybird will appear and drops extra money. But I didn't know that happened in this game. Although it had a little curse aura, so I wonder if it was something different. Right. Remember, don't now we're not going to just drop blindly through the platform because there are spikes. The ladder is here for a reason, and that reason is safety. Oh, Cinder Chambers. Sorry, I think Cinder Barrens is a land in Magic the Gathering. Oop. I think we've... Yeah, whatever was up here we've got. I think it was probably just another ivory bug. Ignore. Right. Down here? We'll see. This was always my my least favorite part of the my first playthrough. Like, it's wonderfully atmospheric, but the droning ambience I find really appropriately unsettling. But also, I kind of got stuck here for a while because it's not entirely clear where you're supposed to be going. The art style is suddenly making me think, what if they did a Homestuck? I don't know, what if? They could have done a Homestuck. I think we can actually, yeah, you could drop in from above, but... It's never too late to do a Homestuck. Alright, do you have anything for us, or do we buy everything you have? Oh no, the red ring. I don't think we bought the things from the spider merchant either. Or we, yeah, because we died previously. Okay, hang on. That's the way we came in from here. We've been up. Ignore those two. Spider merchant, buy everything you have. Drilling arrows, impurity flask, thank you. Ignore those two. Save while we're here. Right. And then... pretty sure... Oops, ow. Oh, hang on. This is the Cinder key. Okay. That's what we needed to open the door and eventually turn off the things. Ugh. I'm getting really upset with myself. I think once I get to 100% map completion or near enough, I'm going to call it for the night. I don't want to bother getting all the ivory bugs. That seems like it'll take a long time, and I've already been streaming for 3.5 hours, which is almost twice as long as I normally do. Okay, I don't think she's going to be down here. Right, I'm going to head back up. Although before I do... Oh, hydrating. Yeah, because that's the spider merchant. Oops. There we go. Alright, we just have to open this door, and then there's a switch in here which turns off the stompers. Syndicate, thank you. That's fine. Give me those. Yeah, here we are. Switch that turns off the stompers. Actually, now that we're basically done with this area, doesn't make a huge difference. I'm just gonna kill this guy with arrows before I... Right. Although, that being said, I don't know where the secret is. Because my presumption would be that it would be... Are there any of these floors we can drop through? There's some smoke coming up here, but is that just atmospheric? Does that just do it whenever it feels like it? Okay. The spiked balls still hurt you? Oh, hang on. There it is. Okay, cool. So actually, getting the Cinder key and getting the switch was kind of pointless for our purposes. Wait, how many was that? 16. Okay, not doing too badly. 80%, right? Right, we're leaving now. Yeah, we're leaving now. I'm gonna be really annoyed about this door, honestly. Maybe the imp gives us the key. Because it's not the monastery key, it's not the Cinder key. You only appear after we kill your sister. I'm so sorry. These ladies are all still here. No, I want to go upstairs and get the mark that one dot off on my map, because then that might be the last one, and it might not. That locked door might be a red herring. Although, that would be really... I want to use a bad word, but I shouldn't. Cruel. Let's say cruel. Hey. Why are you... Oh. One of them was just spinning, and I was thinking, oh, maybe he's special. But no. He was just exactly the same as all the others. Okay, good. Good. Where did I last save? Oh, okay. We're not too far away. Yeah, he fell that time. But the previous time he hadn't. There we go. Cursed, that's fine, honestly. But this is fine. Alright, down here. Down here. Turn into a cat. Meow, meow, meow. Ivory bug 17. Okay, cool. We're doing very well. Now let's just check there's not another secret there. Yeah. Okay, so we're still at... we're still at 99% map completion. Oops. Which means it must be that. It must be that area. But we just have to find out how we get into the door. I'm just going to start hitting bells from now on, honestly. Feels like it saves time, even if it is a bit blasphemous. So we need to head back to the forest. Hang on. Do you have anything you need to say? Yeah. You just tell us that that lady has reappeared. Right. I'm going to head back to the forest. I'm going to do a pretty thorough search of it, and I'm going to see if I can find the imp girl. And if I can't find the imp girl, I am going to call it a night. That is my current line of thinking. Because I have actually been doing this for quite a while, and I'm starting to get a little bit tired, I'm going to be honest. I mean, I love this game. Don't misunderstand me. I think this game is brilliant. I think it's beautiful. Everything about it is wonderful. I definitely recommend it if you feel like playing it after having seen me do pretty much all there is to do in the game. There we go. Hello again. Oh, whoops. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Okay, whoops. I meant to say no, I'm sorry. Oh, hey, you're still here. Yeah, this guy has a really nasty cough. And if you talk to him at the beginning, he gets locked up in a cage later, and what do you have to say? How's it going? I see. It's not your fault. I wish I could comfort her. Right. I'm gonna go and get the extra crest piece anyway. I don't think there is a boss that you have to fight to get it. And the power to warp really does make a big difference. Ooh. Oh no, that's the way you get back, I think. It might be here. I forget. I literally did this very, very recently, and yeah, okay, this is the way back up. This is like the imp glade. Yeah. So we need to go to the right to get the last crest piece, and then back here is the way to... Okay, whoops. Okay, good thing we saved. Good thing we saved. Yeah, I need to get the ability to warp so I can get back to the beginning, so I can run through the whole thing again, basically. Oh, it wasn't over here. Okay, it must be the top way then. Yeah, I think. Oh, okay. This was probably just like a vitality fragment or something. So yeah, we just have to head down here and up. Yeah, here we go. It was literally right here. I was right next to it, and I decided to go the other way. Great. Well, still, we have what we came for. Now we need to warp back to the beginning of the level, and boink. I think that area is just a secret treasure chest, but I do want to go back and check just to make sure. Excuse me, just coming through. Wait. Oh yeah, no, that's where we get the bellflower. Yeah, down here. Yeah, okay, that was just a treasure chest. So that was what I was expecting. Huh. Why am I so sleepy when I naturally awoke today and drank 3 10-ounce 10 ounce? Is 10 ounces a lot of coffee? You see, I am not a coffee drinker, and I am also British, so we measure liquids in a different way. Like, I know when you say ounces, you mean fluid ounces, but I'm not entirely sure what those are. A regular coffee cup, except 8 ounces. Okay. So you had 3 very strong cups, very big, very strong cups of coffee. Well, the thing is, I was reading something the other day, actually, that caffeine doesn't make you less tired. It just stops your body from feeling tired. And it's kind of a subtle distinction, but it's interesting. Because it's not... you know, it just kind of staves off the effects for a while. Okay, it wasn't you. Is it through here? I think something was through here, wasn't there? Hang on. Yeah, there was this big guy. I'm gonna swap out the... give me the magnet stone back, please. Yeah, there was just a something up here. And that big guy. Now these little, those little tomato guys, I think, actually, they... If you have defeated them once in a playthrough, they respawn with the little plaster on their face. Because they don't start... Some of them don't start with that, you know? Just ignoring these two. Okay. Hang on. Is it... Wait. Is it here? Yes, hello. I have a mushroom for you. Oh, is that a dirty shroom? Please give it to me. Yes, here you are. Gave the dirty shroom. Thank you, human girl. Here, take this for your kindness. Rotten bellflower. Okay. What does that do? Inflicts poison on the user. Okay. Wasn't exactly what I was expecting. But I'm glad that she's happy, I guess. Well, yeah, no, that wasn't what I was expecting at all. Congratulations on your weird drug, yes. So I don't... Well, I'm all out of ideas. I feel like I have exhausted pretty much every possibility when it comes to... Ignore. Actually, hang on. I mean, maybe the rotten bellflower isn't so bad. If it inflicts poison... Because, like, we have something that heals us when we're poisoned. Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, that's going to do it for now. That extra locked door is really going to bother me, so I'm going to have to look up how to get through it. Yeah, we've been going for a long time now. Almost 4 hours, which... One weird trick, doctors hate her. Yes, eat rotten food, but also have a piece of equipment that heals you when you're poisoned. If only it were that easy in real life. Stretching. Thanks, I really needed that. Okay, so yeah, thanks very much for joining me today. I still don't know how to end streams. so I'm just going to ramble for a bit. I am pretty content in calling Momodora Reverie Under the Moonlight done. Yeah. I think I'm okay with calling this game done. We beat the final boss, got the good ending, and the bad ending. One of the two is more important than the others. I cannot restate enough how much I love the Momodora games. Honestly, if sitting through me playing through the entirety of the 4 of them that are out currently hasn't completely ruined them for you, I would definitely say go and pick them up. The first 2 are pay what you want on itch.io. Number 3 is really cheap on Steam, and Reverie Under the Moonlight I think is like £6 or £7. Decent price for the amount of enjoyment I've got from it. Yeah, so I'm content to call Momodora Reverie Under the Moonlight, and that concludes the Momodora series as it stands. I don't have Minoria, which is another game from the same creators. And there is a new Momodora game coming out soon, which I'm very excited about. The next time I stream will be October. And October is the spookiest month of all. I have a lot of very special things planned for October. I've got a lot of spooky games that I want to play, including some collab streams. I'll publish a proper schedule later. But just know that I've got a lot of spooky games planned. Yeah. Starting with Fridays, I normally reserve for games that take several long sessions to beat, and the spooky long game that we're going to be playing this October is Bloodborne. So, join me on Friday, 5 p.m. UTC, 6 p.m. British Summertime. I think it's like 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to have to look that up. But yeah, join me then, and we'll seek pale blood to transcend the hunt. I've played Bloodborne very recently. It's very fresh in my mind. I love that game. I'm very excited to tackle something a bit more, well, a bit more. Like I love Momodora, but it's a small game. It's an indie game, and Bloodborne is just packed with content. So yeah, join me on Friday for Bloodborne, and then next Tuesday, I will be playing either Darkest Dungeon or one sec. Either Darkest Dungeon or Alone in the Dark, the original, the progenitor of all survival horror from 1992. So look forward to that. Not to interrupt the announcements, but I have enough hazies that I'm comfortable spending a few on this doodad, by the way. Hazelnuts? Huh? I'm confused. Raid. Oh, okay, yes, raid. Let me see who's streaming right now. Diana's streaming Shantae and the Seven Sirens. Let's go and drop in on her. That's gonna be a fun thing. Yeah, okay, I'll open up, I'll raid her. Okay. Raid. Okay. Thank you again for joining, and I'll see you again another time. Bye.